Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy here once again, Young V, shooting you another great video, another great topic, another great day today. Just bring you some nice fresh content, as you guys know, as I always talk about, this channel's for men, right? Everybody's welcome, but this channel's for men, not boys, not males, but men who are always looking to become the greatest version of themselves. So then therefore they have the tools, if you will, to go ahead and apply that into their life, therefore getting the best or maximum results that they can possibly get in their own life. So welcome to the Young Alpha Kings. Yeah, so today I'm here kind of by Las Vegas Boulevard. I was going to hang out with a friend today, but I don't know if that's going to happen, so I decided to just take the time to make this quick video. So I'm excited, always excited to make shoot a quick video for you guys, and make one, obviously, right? So but yeah, so today's topic today, something that's been on my mind and something I've been just really noticing as I've been on this personal development growth process for a number of years now, is communication, right? And how weak our communication as Americans. I really can't say around the world. I can only just kind of speak for our region, if you will, our own country, how weak our communication is. A lot of people think they're communicating, but they're not really communicating anything. Sometimes I've heard it said that communication is like people get together, they're like penguins, right? You get like penguins, they get together, and when they're all together, they kind of just make a bunch of noise, right? Nothing really happens, nothing's really going on. They just kind of get together and just make a bunch of noise, right? And that's kind of what people kind of do. People kind of get together sometimes in social settings or certain things, and nothing really happens, but there's a lot of noise that kind of happens, and there's no real actual progress in their life, and that seems to be what's growing as a trend. We're kind of like penguins, it seems like. But anyways, that's just my perception of what I've been seeing a lot of people doing. They're talking, but nothing's coming out, right? So that's what I've noticed a lot, unfortunately. But so my big thing when it comes to communication is, and some of you guys might know already that I'm writing a book actually on communication, and it's huge. I've been doing it for about a year, talking about this and how vital it is, and how, unfortunately, like I said it before, people are lacking that skill set, because it's a developable skill. You can develop it, anyone can. I just noticed that a lot of people aren't doing it. They're not willing to do the work. They're not willing to communicate, right? Not only just communicate verbally, you can communicate physically, right? There's 3 steps to that. There's a physical body communication, right? There's verbal, and then there's what you say, right? So it's actually in that process. I think it's like 70% physical, 30% verbal, and then like 10 or whatever, 15, whatever percent it is verbal. But anyways, yeah, so my main thing with this is that I believe a lot of us are losing that skill set. A lot of people are just kind of just going through life, really just kind of guessing and not really adding any value to not only themselves but to others, and it kind of just has this trickle effect, right? One does it, then the other one does it, right? And a lot of people aren't really leveling up and pushing people, right? Because that's what you want to look for. You want to have relationships where people are kind of giving you a little push to help you to become better. If you're not getting that, then I reckon you question a relationship. Not that the people are bad. It's just that you really do need people to give you that push, right? Because people really do need that. It's inspirational, and it lets people know that you care, that you're willing to give them that if you will, right? Because we all need it, every single day. Me too. And as I help and coach other men out there, they're grateful for that push. You may not want to hear it, but it's what you need to hear, right? That's what's important. Yeah, so my thing is, going back to what I was saying with a lot of things like relationships too. I notice there's a lack of communication with that. People just don't want to communicate. I don't know how people are in relationships nowadays. I really don't, because the level of communication that I see, I'm like, either they're just not communicating or they're just not communicating. Like, how could you be with someone for a number of years and just not be at this level of communication? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I just think people just don't know how, aren't really taught to do it. They just kind of just do, right? And they think that's just the way it is, when realistically it's not. There's more to life to that. There's more that that you're not aware of. That can not only enhance others' lives, but more importantly, enhance your life, right? You can't give what you don't have, right? So it's kind of like if you're on an airplane, right? And they ask you to get, say there's an emergency, something happens and plane's going down, right? Not trying to jinx anything, but just saying, what is the first thing they tell you to do? They always tell you, like, before we're up in the air, the first thing you should do is get your own oxygen mask and put it on your face first. That's before your wife, that's before your kids, that's before your pets, that's before anybody, your grandparents, doesn't matter who it is. Why? Because you have to help yourself first before you're able to help someone else, right? It's the same thing when it comes to communication. You can't give what you don't have. So if you're not willing to help yourself first, right, how in the world are you going to help someone else? And I see a lot of people thinking that others should help them instead of themselves helping themselves first. And it's like they're on waiting, like they're on pause, like waiting for someone to help them. And then when that happens, they're not really wanting to help. They just wanted the idea of someone actually thinking that they wanted to help or something like that. It's not really like, it's like counselors. People go to counselors and they go there to share their problems, but they really don't want their problems fixed, right? They just want to complain about the problems that they have, not really fix them, right? And it's kind of like that. People just live this vicious cycle that they don't want to change their problems. They don't want to grow. They don't want to communicate, become better with communication, which is so vital. This is why, like I said before, I'm writing this book, because people are just not doing it. I could tell within like a conversation of a person how well they communicate, how well their conversation skills are, just by talking to them. Some because the fact of, I'm just gauging, see if I would be able to have a decent conversation with this person, and sometimes, or more times than not, most people don't have anything to talk about. They really don't. They're just living life and there's nothing that they have. And it's really sad. It's unfortunate that that's the case. But I believe that people have greatness in them. We just need to get around other people that are willing to give us that push, give us that little TLC. It seems like that's losing its hold on us, really. The old school, if you will, because new school ain't working. The old school way of thinking, of communicating face to face, right? We got all these phones and all that's fine, but face to face is always better. On the phone's always better when we're talking to people, and I'm just big on communication. I was like that before. I found myself slipping into just kind of how everyone else is, but I realized the power of it and how important actual communication is, and that how much it can change your life. And you really want to adopt that. You really want that in your life, and people just need to understand the importance of it. They're just losing the importance of it, and I think once people understand that, they'll actually start to realize the benefit of it as each generation goes on. It's up to the previous generation to educate the newer generation, and so on and so forth, to prepare for the future. But yeah, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? It's always good to hear you guys' thoughts on that, what your perspective is on communication. Do you think it's lacking? Do you think maybe it's better? It's up to you. I don't really know. I'm a student, so I'm always learning. Maybe there's some things that I haven't noticed that others do notice that are better. But as far as I'm concerned, I see a lot of lazy pedestrians walking around, thinking they should get more than what they deserve when they're not putting in the work for themselves. You can't give what you don't have, right? And you can't attract what you want. You're going to attract what you are. So if you're a person that doesn't communicate well, doesn't take care of themselves, holistically, whatever, you're going to attract what you are. I don't care how you look. You're not going to attract what you want. You're going to attract what you are. And a lot of people are just shooting for the stars, but they're not even hitting the moon. They're just trying to, they're hitting the mountain. But that's my thought, guys. So let me know what you guys think. I'm always here, always want to hear perspective from you guys, always learning, like I said, as a student. And I think that's it. It's a big thing. Never forget the power of communication, right? You get to know who people are, and if people are skating around the idea of communicating, that's a red flag in itself right there, right? So you want to get to know people. You can avoid the mental and physical and traps that are out there when you actually develop that skill in communicating with people, and you can notice these things a lot better. So anyways, I'm out. Was gonna write some notes about this, but I just kind of went off the top. So but anyways, guys, let me know what you think, like I said, down below. Always great to hear from you. Please like and subscribe, share this with your friends, your family. This is a movement. We're out here helping out young men becoming the greatest version of themselves, right? Young kings, right? They're looking to be crowned, right? So anyways, I'm out, Young V. So like I always say, you got hit with a little alpha donor. You guys be safe. Peace. Bye.